What is the cigarette of the future? Despite the popularity of the electronic cigarette, many people don't know what they are exactly. Today I'm going to explain to you what an electronic cigarette is, what it means to vape, and what type of devices there are. Smoking is the thing of the past. Electronic cigarettes, what are they? Electronic cigarettes, or e-cigarettes for short, is a new smoking alternative that allows for the feel and thrill of a cigarette. It provides a visual aid of smoking mixed with the physical and mental aspect of the habit. The idea for a cigarette happened way before the technology was around to do anything about it. So about 40 years after the idea, a pharmacist by the name of Hahn Lick decided to take action. After his father passed away from lung cancer, Hahn made it his goal to produce a cigarette that allowed for smokers to continue smoking without the risk of disease. How is this possible? Electronic cigarettes don't actually produce smoke. Instead, it produces nicotine-enhanced water vapor. E-cigarettes allow for a safer way of inhaling nicotine without the added risk of thousands of chemicals or carcinogens and tar that come from an analog cigarette or regular tobacco cigarette. In the most simplistic version, an electronic cigarette consists of a battery, which is this right here, an atomizer, which is located in the center of this tank, which is the heating element, which heats up the nicotine water and turns it into vapor, and the flavored nicotine, which surrounds the atomizer inside of this tank. Does one smoke or vape an e-cigarette? Is smoking different than vaping? Absolutely. Vaping is how people receive their nicotine through the inhalation of water vapor. Smoking is the inhalation of tobacco smoke. Vaping is the transition from smoking nicotine to vaporizing it, which limits all of the carcinogens. The vapor consists of either propylene glycol, or PG, or vegetable glycerin, VG, mixed with different amounts of nicotine and flavoring for an array of different tastes. There's a massive variety of e-cigs out there nowadays. What types of devices are there? Picking an e-cig is about personalization. It's almost like picking a car. It depends on what you're looking for. Electronic cigarettes come in all shapes and sizes. For instance, an electronic cigarette that resembles an actual analog tobacco cigarette has lower battery life, less vapor production, but looks and feels like a cigarette, which is why it appeals to certain people. This helps people who are more about the mental aspect of smoking. It is also good for social smokers. Then you have the pen style e-cigarette, which are about the size of a pen. It's similar to a pen. These have a lot longer battery life and more vapor production. This e-cig is for people who smoke at least a pack a day and who want more of a throat hit and a larger amount of vapor production. Then you have the electronic cigarette mod. These are the holy grail of e-cigarettes nowadays. This e-cig comes in all shapes and sizes. From small to massive, these e-cigs are known to chuck clouds. This is a more advanced stage of vaping. It allows for more customization. This e-cigarette must use a lower dose of nicotine in order to vape it than usual, and it requires a new approach to inhaling the vapor. Instead of hitting it like a cigarette, you inhale like you're sucking a straw. These are the more expensive electronic cigarettes out there. So hobbyists and people who collect usually go for this or more advanced vapor. Is smoking going extinct? I wouldn't necessarily say that smoking is going extinct. Rather, it's got competition now. I've explained to you what an electronic cigarette is, what vaping means, and the different types of e-cigs there are. Despite the growing popularity of e-cigs, many people don't know exactly what they are. Now you have a better idea and understanding of what an electronic cigarette is. So what is the cigarette of the future?